seltzer.
Oh, Spike.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. I think he's just inspecting.
It says
a seltzer.
It says we're live, but it's doing the same thing it did last time. It's doing the same thing where it doesn't look like that it's on. That's okay. It's definitely on.
Yes.
Yay.
Oh, you are live. Perfect. All right, just popped up.
Oh, so we're on live. Say hi to Facebook. Hi, Facebook.
Hey, what's up, Facebook? All right, so Paige's account is the work account. Paige Fehling.
Okay.
546.
PAG, yeah, FPH.
But I didn't put in a caption. That's okay. We'll just say it.
Whatever, we can caption it later.
Okay.
What does it say? So you're just live?
Yep.
Perfectly done, Jake.
Great
Stand
job.
right on by.
Yeah. All right, so we'll tape afterwards. We'll tape a intro and outro. So we'll just roll right into it.
You sound just like Tom Nook.
Do it.
Did you?
Wow,
Did
Did you see it?
Yeah. So this is I think I'm sharing it live. You're alive. Tune in. It's gonna be funny. Promise.
Hey. Would you like one of the 17 drinks that are out in front of me?
Wow, why did you put them
I don't
all
know.
on the thing?
I
well,
don't know. I wanted to see their options. What would you like?
I couldn't wait to see what was in there. I needed to see it all.
Right?
Why did you choose the
There's a
same thing?
secret cooler.
That
Really, Ty?
You think
Really?
What?
He always copies me.
Yeah, she
All
always.
the time.
She eats all
In my
You
clothes.
guys eat off each other's plate.
All right,
Did you-
We are recording right now, so don't waste all the good stuff, guys. Eating off
This
plates.
isn't good. I'm really angry. I
Oh.
knew he was going to choose
Yo,
exactly what I chose.
Have any.
Wait, why? Why don't you want to? Then you can talk
That's
about,
so
hey, do you
cute.
like it? Hey, I like it.
I want to be independent sometimes and do
Oh.
my own thing. Then I want him to have something different so I could taste his.
So you can-
but
yeah.
he always wants to dress like me. And
Dress
Wait a
like
second.
you.
Dress like
Seriously.
yes!
Okay.
That doesn't happen in marriages?
Wait,
I dress like you.
Dress.
Maybe we could coordinate a little bit.
No.
hold on. Let's get to it on the podcast.
That seems like a tall can.
He
I
dresses
know,
like me.
yeah.
And we wear the same size too.
All right, everybody share. You
Girl,
all
I
good?
wear the same size as all my male coworkers.
We've all
I
shared.
realized that this week we all shared Halloween costumes. I was like, this is convenient and a little disturbing.
I love it.
All right, so we're here with Fly Ty and Jacinda Jacobs. What's up, guys?
What up?
Welcome to Date Night
Episode
at episode 12.
12.
Yeah.
You're our
You're big
cousin.
12.
We're official.
You're our cousin.
We're official at this point.
No pressure, but this is going to be the best one
It
yet.
will.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Without-
Everyone else that came before or after.
Without a doubt. Well, there's 15 cans of alcohol on the table. I got T-shirts
Yes.
and books.
That'll be hands.
That means it's a party.
It is a party.
It's a party.
On a weekday at 6 o'clock.
We bring the party.
Let's go.
Wow.
Let's get turned.
So, I think you guys have known, Paige and Jacinda, you guys have known each other for a while. But
I mean, no.
I know,
it's a
no.
Social media term.
Right,
I think
yeah.
the only time we've ever met was like passing in the Hornets alley when
That's
you
what I was about to say.
Right? And we were like, oh my gosh, hi! I was like, hi! I know you from
Well,
I'll talk to you later.
You may not know me, but I officially stalk you guys.
Okay.
Do y'all want to know a secret, really? Like,
Let's
We'll
see.
let
Yeah.
the secret out right
Yes.
now.
Let the secret out.
seriously,
Seriously.
we stalk you guys.
Seriously.
We're in secret competition with you guys.
Yeah, y'all don't understand. We be
No,
competing.
it's so serious.
Okay.
Have
I
you
could
told
not
me
wait.
that? Have you
No, and
told
I
me
could
that?
not wait to come and officially let you guys know that we have been competing, and ironically, you guys
Y'all
are
don't
still
even know
winning.
Well, no, I think you guys would be winning. What's the
No.
competition?
Next week, are
you
we on
guys
your podcast?
have
Yeah.
the most amazing posts. We envy your lifestyle because
Okay.
it's so crazy, hectic, and funny
Valentine's.
as hell.
The crazy, hectic neighborhood of Charlotte.
Goes down.
You know, whatever it says, you want to get crazy,
Goes
you go
down to
Valentine's,
Harris
baby.
Cray.
Okay. All right.
Well, we
cool.
love you guys back.
So you guys have a podcast we can jump on?
Perfect.
What's up?
Do it.
We do Bible studies.
We do.
You know, you can jump on any Bible
Oh,
study.
we get turned up though. We get turned up.
It's not your normal Bible study.
I gotta think that your Bible study is different.
Very much
It
so.
is very different.
Do you guys do it together? Is it a couples Bible
Yeah.
We
study?
do couples, men's Bible studies,
Women's.
singles, kids.
Yeah,
All
we do it
all
all.
the time.
And a lot of
Yeah.
here, right? Aren't you guys?
You were here.
Yeah,
At
right
Hooga,
here.
yeah.
You know what? They should come on our radio show. We have a radio show too on B101.9
You guys
every
are hard to
Sunday.
keep up with.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
This
Okay,
seems like a
101.9.
competition we're losing.
I mean, great.
Oh, you guys win all the time. You don't
I'm
understand.
gracious.
You
Just
win
don't
all
know.
the time.
We're taller. That's kind of all.
I know. I didn't realize because I seen you guys at the game, but not really like
Right.
stood right next to you.
No, we're huge.
You guys are giants.
We're
It's
huge.
high.
giant.
You
We're
come to
huge.
Jake's waist.
Yeah.
What? Not quite.
No,
Give a brother a little credit.
Ty-
I sound like
Okay,
I'm
fine. His
Kevin
elbow.
Hart.
His elbow.
I'm not
3'8".
Kevin Hart. Stop it.
You
No.
are Kevin Hart.
Stop it. Stop it.
It's okay. With Jake's height is all in his front spike, so yeah. If we cut his hair, he goes
5'4", 5'4", but with the hair, 6'10".
6'10"?
No.
at least.
I call you Mr. Goodhair.
Mr. Goodhair. He walked in the bathroom.
Dude.
He's like, "What's up, Mr. Goodhair?" I'm like,
What product
Yeah.
do you put in there? Like, your hair is always on.
well, it's a lot of hairspray today.
Yeah.
I was traveling today, so I didn't really have my usual go-to.
It's nice. And see, I know good hair because I'm a barber.
Did you
as
know
well.
that too?
What?
Did you know I was a barber?
Yes.
I was just
He
in
does
Valentine
everything.
cutting
That's
hair.
why I married him.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious. I was just in Valentine cutting client.
Just today?
Like,
no,
I,
right now.
like
that's
right
what
now, I
he-
just
That's
came
why I
from-
thought he was going to be late.
Okay. We gotta get here. Wait, we gotta start.
My
way back.
barber is in Valentine. I go to a barber in
Really?
Valentine. Yeah.
I'm better than he is.
Uh-oh.
He is. He's the best in Charlotte.
So
I believe it. If
amazing.
people have you travel down to
Really
Valentine for it.
amazing.
Can you tell us
Absolutely.
whose hair you were cutting?
He's a very important person in the city. Let's just put it like that.
In Valentine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you cutting Michael Jordan's hair?
Close. Close. Very close.
You guys, you have to. Nobody.
So worthy?
No.
Not that way.
You can't tell us.
Oh, we're gonna guess.
Well, can you mouth it
If
to
you
us?
guess, I'll say yeah,
Oh.
you got it, but
Oh, jeez.
you'll never get it.
Oh, not Del Curry.
Nah, not that.
Steph Curry. Steph Curry.
I can't tell if it's like we should go the player route or
I
like the
know.
Hornets management
Let's
route.
play hot and cold.
We know a lot of people in Charlotte.
Whitfield?
Put it that way.
Chew?
You stand in
Joe.
sports.
Is
You're
it
in
a
the
Hornets?
whole-
Is it a Hornets?
You're in the wrong
connection?
arena. No.
Okay.
Wrong arena.
Valentine.
I don't want
Wrong arena.
to. It's a celebrity though.
I give you
It's-
three
it's-
more.
do we know-
Pretty big.
Pretty
Do we
much
know
you
who it is?
cannot go anywhere without people
Definitely
taking
know who
pictures.
this.
Emily
Anyone
Maynard.
listening?
If you say Valentine,
Emily
you
Maynard.
definitely go.
Way bigger than that.
Oh,
Not like Bissell.
Mr. Valentine.
Bissell? No.
Who's Bissell? I don't know. Am I the only one? Am I the only one?
Is it
I don't
someone
know.
we're supposed to know? We don't know.
You said it like you know.
I thought it was the company.
Oh, okay.
The like vacuum cleaners? I'm with you. I don't know. It's like the family that basically owns Valentine.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I know
Oh,
that
really?
Is it an active habit? We have completely gone
He
off
said
the
it's
rails.
not sports.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not sports.
No, it's not sports.
Oh my gosh. All right, you know what?
But he works out though.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he works out. He takes that very seriously.
Yeah, very much.
Who the heck is it?
You can't say
I'm
Valentine
not-
without putting his name in the same sentence, really.
Well,
Well, you
okay,
kind of can.
we live in Valentine,
Yeah.
and
Can you
I
give us
thought
another hint?
we
I
were
think we
those
have to guess
people.
this.
I thought,
This is driving me crazy. Give us another hint, and then we
I
have
know.
to.
I'm trying to think
But
of a
not
good
sports.
one.
But not
It's
sports.
not sports.
sports.
Close to
TV? Are
Jordan.
this person on TV?
Absolutely.
They're definitely on TV.
Definitely on TV.
They're
Oh,
huge. Like so
Good
many
time.
people are a part of this.
No.
oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. I
You
know what it
already
is.
know.
I know what it
You
is.
got it.
Ferg.
Stephen Verdict?
Ferg.
Okay. Which his hair is on
Thank you.
point.
Yeah, his hair
You're
is
welcome.
on
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Like
See? You need to
super
give him a
strong
picture of
hairline.
hair.
He's got
Yes.
a killer hairline.
Pow.
He does everything.
Look it up. Yeah.
Yep. So we tried to get them on the podcast too.
Really?
Yep. No response.
You got to connect.
So-
I'm the plug.
Well,
you
there
know
you
what the
go.
plug means?
Yeah, I know what the plug means.
Okay.
But I love that we're using it with a church man.
Yeah.
The plug? Yeah, you're the plug.
You
You're
know
the
what the
He's
first.
plug-
down. He's cool.
I told him what the plug was too. So he
You're
knows what the
the
plug is.
Christian plug.
Absolutely. The
Well, you
plug.
didn't know what Bissell is, and I don't know what the plug is. Now we're even.
We're the plug.
I love it.
You were the beer plug.
Are you allowed?
Yes, you were the
Oh,
beer
okay.
plug. That's
okay.
how it is.
Okay, the provider, the like hookup.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
I like provider.
I was the beer provider today.
The connoisseur.
So let's get back on.
Let's jump in.
Yeah.
So yes, we basically like committed to this sort of or some kind of date on the Hornets floor as I was running out dancing in my tight pants.
It was
and,
hilarious.
yeah, and now here we are, like a year later. So that's how people probably know you together the best. Would that be safe to say?
Pretty much together.
With the Hornets stuff,
Together,
right?
right. But then why don't you both of you guys go through me? I didn't know you were a barber. So what do you guys do?
You guys had
separately
8,000
as well?
jobs.
What do we do? Are you really going to ask us
Well,
that
Let's
question?
go. I got
Yeah.
shirts and books here, so we're gonna get to that too.
Well, can you tell us
What-
first how you
what-
guys met?
Who want to go first?
Well,
I'll
first.
do mine really quick. I'll do
All right,
mine.
you go first then, babe.
Okay,
Okay. How long you guys been in Charlotte?
3
Long
years.
time. 3 years?
No. Yeah, we're newbies.
Okay. I'm born and raised Charlotte.
Yes.
Not too many of us left.
I was gonna say that's unicorn.
Yeah, not too many of us left. I've
You
been.
decided to tell your story from when you were born?
No, I'm
That's
gonna just
when
bring
you
them up to
started?
date. Really quick.
Jesus, I'm sorry, guys.
Went to school here.
Apologize.
Went to school here. Started off, did 10 years here on radio in 1995, Power 98. Left here, moved to Dallas, Texas. Went to Dallas, Texas, was on the radio there for 6 years on the #1 radio station in Dallas. Moved back home for another 5 years. Did radio, do a little TV. Did a little TV while I was here. Do it still now. Have a radio show on V101.9, produced the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Connected with Jacinda because she's a radio girl as well. Knew her before I left Charlotte. Then came back. When we came back, we connected with the Charlotte Hornets as the arena host. And
That's when I went down.
yeah, now I do.
So
Now the fine all went down. No.
So I know, right?
It went
So
down.
the funny story behind Ty and I meeting, I started as the arena host for the Charlotte Hornets, and we hosted an event together. They said, we're going to bring in a guest host. I think his name is, Fly Ty or something like that. Is it cool? And I said, that's fine, I don't care. So they brought him in, and we rocked this event like we had worked together for 20 years.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
That's how you met?
That's how we met. And
Chemistry.
so then they were like, we're thinking of bringing him in as a guest host on some games. And I was like, for what? I don't need a guest
She was
host. I don't
hating.
need him up
Hater.
in this piece. I got it
She
by
was
myself.
hating. She was hating.
So when they first were bringing him on, I wasn't feeling all of that. And then we became great friends. He started he was the plug for me for some jobs. He was in for some places.
Start hooking
and
up.
This is how long ago?
A couple years ago.
Okay.
I start, 2014?
Yeah.
2014 we started, yeah. So we just became friends.
No, it's been longer than this. 2013.
2014 was when the Hornets returned.
Okay, so and then
That's
she
you.
was
I'm
really
like,
feeling
right?
me. She was crushing on me.
Sure.
You know, and I was,
So she just didn't want you to work with her.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She was like, hey, why don't you hang out? Because I'm really feeling you. I love being around you.
Stop.
Right?
Hey, you know that's not how it went
Truth
down.
check.
You
Truth check.
know
No, that
that's
sounds-
not how
that
it went
sounds
down.
exactly
He
how it went
wanted me, and I said, no, we're just friends, and you're crossing the line. And if you keep crossing it, we're not going to be friends at all. And
She did say that, but after one of those nights with a few of these.
At what point did he start dressing like you?
I would say season 3 for us. Season 3.
Okay.
What happens is we have to wear certain colors for the Hornets games. So I'll be dressed, right?
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I'll have my teal, my denim, and everything, and he walks out with the exact same teal denim from head to toe.
You're like Brittany and
I walked
Justin.
out where
And he calls it our uniform. He says it's our uniform.
we have to wear the
Work?
same color every game.
Right. I mean, how much variety can there be?
Here's the problem, Paige. When
Right.
I have one of those days that I say, oh, I'm not really feeling it, it's too tight right here, and then I go back in and change, right?
He changes too?
Then he goes and changes too. That's when it becomes a problem.
Into what?
Into exactly what I have on.
Women's clothing. What is this?
That's what it sounds like.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
That's what I feel like.
Oh dear. No, I can't picture that. I just know, I feel like you've got the standard uniform, you've got the teal jacket, I feel like, the zip up. Yeah. That's your
And
go-to.
she has on teal, so we're dressed alike. It's really not like that.
The other
You
day,
guys are so money on it. This is where, like, if we had any production team, we'd, like, overlay them on the court together. Like,
We're the production team, so
I love
that's
it.
not
production
right.
team
You're
is
the
me at
entire
1
guy.
a.m. Like, I hate this so much. Why am I editing a podcast? And then I'm happy at the end. Yeah, so that's what you know. But you guys are also, all right, so you met through that, and then you said one thing led to another. You were crushing on him, right? I don't want to put words.
Listen.
you're catching the lie.
All right, let's see. She loved to be around me so much. She would go out on dates with guys and would call me like, "Yo, what you doing?"
Oh.
Stop.
Can
While
you
were
come roll?
out with another guy?
Yeah, he was my homie, guys.
see,
Hello.
Truth coming
He
out.
was my homie. He was my friend.
But were you like, why are you calling me on a date with another dude?
No, he was like, I'm on the
No,
way.
he's good.
I'm
He's
like,
good
I'm
with
rolling.
that. Yeah, he's good with
I'm
that.
like,
Yeah.
I already know what it's
lie.
gonna be
Don't
at the
lie,
end of the
because you know you
I
like
night.
knew
her.
it was gonna be, yeah, right.
Oh, I was feeling it. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I was feeling
So
it.
sure.
my dates were kind of whack, and I always have so much fun with Ty. So he would always come and just, step it. It was three's the crowd. We'd have great time.
Three is the correct.
I'm sorry?
We have so much fun.
Wait, you met your ex?
Yeah, me and the guy, and then Ty.
Yeah.
Wait, this is so
We
We
Sorry,
would have
your ex-
so much fun.
Oh, your ex had a blast.
They
Let me
hate
tell you.
us now. You don't understand.
Yeah.
Hate our
Are they,
guts.
are any of them still in Charlotte?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
But they,
Well, it's
one
some
guy,
exes that still
one
here.
guy he hates us.
Yeah, he don't.
He hates us.
He always thought that we was together anyway.
And
But he really
guys,
wasn't.
seriously, I was not feeling Ty like that. He
Okay.
was my friend. He was
Right.
my like right hand. He was my co-host. Your co-host. And I was
Yes.
feeling him. He's
I
short.
definitely do not feel my
feeling-
co-host like that.
Never. I was not. You know what I mean?
And then one day we just like, wait, I have so much fun with him. Why? Like, let's just take this.
I'll tell you how it happened.
Okay.
One day,
Yeah.
I looked over, and he was in this button up, and I said, he is kind of cute.
Uh-oh.
Ugh. What just happened?
No way.
And then we got married.
Yeah.
Straight the button down.
The button down to the altar.
I'll never
it's
forget
just
it.
no in
Like,
between.
one day he just looked cute to me. Like, one day everything
Were
changed.
you like,
Handsome,
finally,
handsome.
girl?
Heavy
Handsome.
starch. It was a starch the button
He
down.
looked good. I didn't care that he was 5'1".
Look,
I mean, you're
really-
peppering this podcast with short jokes.
I know, right? She just
Because
wanted a little bit.
I love this little man right
You know what? My brother told me, I was like, I'm kind of feeling her, but I don't know where she's at. But she's always calling, like, what are you doing? Let's hang out. I want to see you. And my brother said, continue to let her be around you because you're amazing. She won't be able to keep your hands up. And she's going to fall for you. And I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. And
Why are you so I'm like,
Yeah.
Favorite podcast.
This is hilarious.
Why are you tearing up?
I
She's
knew it.
laughing at
That's
it.
what I mean. That's what she laughed.
I knew
I
it.
didn't
I
even
knew
like
she was
touched
gonna
by
love
this
it. I
story.
knew it.
next thing you know,
You're right.
she's in love. And I'm like, fall back. Let's take our time. She's like, I'm ready to get married. I'm ready to get married. And then when I put it on her, it really was over. It was over. It
How long were
was
you
a
guys
wrap.
engaged? Short engagement?
Wait, so he put on church clothes and you got
That fast. That fast. It
If
was,
only you'd acted sooner.
to be honest, we started dating May
Okay.
2015, and we got married March 18, 2016.
Oh, so it was quick, right? Yeah, less than a year. That's like
It was
us.
like
That's just about
That's
9 months.
January 1 of 2016, we were sitting here like making all these future plans, and we said, we gotta get married first.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we looked at our calendars to find out the next time we were off, which was March 18th, and we said, boom, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh.
It
That was the
literally
next
happened
time
like
we were
that.
off.
That's
Yeah.
and your first week. It always comes at some point in the podcast. We always talk about this because one of my first bosses at one point told me it is never a good time to get married and it's never a convenient time to have a baby. So people always try to go, well, we're gonna look at for 3 years down the road, we'll figure it out. And you're like, it's never gonna be. Just
No, let's
find
just
the
do
time
it.
that'll work and then
Yeah.
just do it. Yeah.
Well, I
I
bought
called
the
mom.
babies because I've been married before.
I was
so
gonna say you had
now we have blessing kids. We call
yes.
them blessing kids.
I love it. You say bonus mom that you call
Bonus
yourself, right?
mom.
Bonus mom.
Yeah.
And
How many kids?
A
3
lot.
boys,
There's
3
a whole lot.
Three
I lost
boys.
count.
all boys.
Oh,
House full of
okay.
boys.
How old?
And 11, 14, and 16.
Wow.
So
Okay.
many of them.
And she
Hence
brought
all
like,
Bible studies.
and she brought 5 dogs with her.
No.
We
okay.
are that family. 5 dogs.
So I have 2. He has 1. I have 2. He has 1.
That equals
And my mom just moved in with us, and she has 2. So
Shut-
there are 5 running around.
5
right now.
dogs, man.
So you have-
It's a vet. We
Five
have a
You
vet.
guys kind of glazed right over. So mom's is
Yeah, that's a big-
Mom is here
Mom's just got here this
Monday.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
3 days
Wow.
ago.
Mom just did all the laundry.
I
Cheers
love
to
Mom.
that. Give me some of that. Mom
Cheers.
just
Mom
did.
just moved here.
Mom
Hey,
just did
shout
all
out
the
to Mom.
laundry,
Shout out to
and
Mom.
she asked me
Shout
what
out
we
to
want to eat for dinner.
little tiny
Oh my
Kansas.
God. Does she want to stay with us sometimes?
Mom said she wants to paint. I said you can stay as long as you want.
No, not as long
What?
as
I mean, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe like a set time, maybe like a specific.
There's an expiration date.
I'll
on
probably
mine.
move
Yeah.
with her when she leaves.
And by as long as you want, I mean, how are you looking? 3:30 tomorrow.
Long
Oh my
weekend.
gosh.
Long weekend.
All right, so we got the Hornets. You guys are starting your 4th season.
4th season, this is, yeah.
And off to a killer start.
Yeah.
We're taping this. We are November 2nd, and 3 in a row last night. Was that it?
Yeah, that was great. Great game last night. Big win. We got a really good team this year.
Playoff bound for sure. I'm
Number
definitely
4
speaking
seed
it. I'm
probably.
speaking
Number
it
4 or 5.
because, and not only that, it's fun to watch. There's a lot of personality.
It
I mean,
seems
Dwight
like
Howard is cutting up every second, dunking all the time. I mean, it's good.
Side note, she never watches the game.
Never
So, all
watched
right,
it.
so that's what I wanted to unpack a little bit. So, are you a big basketball fan, or was this just like an opportunity you couldn't say no to?
I wanted to do it. I've always wanted to do
Yeah.
She hates
arena hosting.
basketball.
I actually fell asleep during a Bobcats game before. From
Yeah.
those crazy hours,
Yes.
I went in and watched the Bobcats, and I did one of those I jumped out my seat, and I was so scared the Jumbotron would get me in there snoozing. So I'm really not a big basketball girl, but I have become one from working there.
Well, because that's what I always say too. If you like just the sporting atmosphere, you
Yeah.
don't have I don't necessarily go to sporting events and get super locked in all the time, but it's just fun to be there with the all of everything. It can just
Yeah,
be
the
fun.
food,
even
sports,
the
yeah.
popcorn,
sports,
Sports,
and the cute
Let's
clothes
eat.
and exactly music,
Eat and have a beer.
the fun hosts.
We like to call it our date night because we're working, we get paid, but to be there, we actually really love being around one another.
Yes.
All right, so which is why we were excited about this. Let's be honest. So, Paige and I do this because her schedule's a nightmare. You guys can both appreciate it being in the entertainment industry. So we're like, hey, we like doing this. We like hanging out with people, but also, like, this is, if we don't do this, we're not going to see each other.
It's quality time, yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, no, like, right?
So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of, like, when, inevitably you get asked to MC something or go do something, and we're a package deal. It's like, if you want one of us, you got to get both of us.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, so that's how we see you guys too.
Yeah.
We're super
Same,
competitive with you guys.
Except
What are you emceeing
tomorrow
this
night.
weekend?
No, except tomorrow night because
Oh,
I
so
think
yes.
I was the second choice or third choice. They
Yeah.
asked you to do this thing tomorrow night.
Oh,
And then
you
they
can't
said,
do it.
Jacinda can't do it, so we'll take Paige. What? So I'm doing.
No,
What is
yeah,
that?
it was something that they
I
asked.
said, listen,
but
I would ask Jacinda first too.
do you guys ever watch or listen to Johnny Swim?
No.
It's
The group?
I know of them. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're
Is that
coming
who's
in town
performing?
tomorrow. So
Oh.
we were like, oh, I gotta work, can't do
I
it.
have heard.
They'll be in town tomorrow?
Yeah, it's tomorrow. That's what we put in the calendar that we were
Oh,
gonna do
well,
date night.
yeah,
That's why I said
we're
no.
there.
I
Oh, that's
told,
tomorrow. Yeah, for sure. I'm there.
I told him we
Yeah,
had to
I'll
work.
look your
We're big
dates,
fans, so.
Oh, sorry. Here I'm just
Yeah.
outing you. She's right. It's cool.
I was like,
This is
Brittany.
sorry, I can't do it. But it was because of date night.
No, that's important.
It's huge.
That is super
So this
important.
Fight for
or is
that.
date night? Is that like a locked in Friday night thing?
It changes.
It changes because
It
of our
has
work
to,
schedule.
right?
but
Yeah.
Here's the beautiful thing that she did. So you're saying, what are you guys hosting tomorrow? We have a very busy. After this, we're going to host a talent show tonight. A talent show tonight, and then tomorrow we have Samaritan's Feet. No, day after next we have
Saturday.
Samaritan's Feet. So we do a
So they're
whole
all
lot.
our date nights.
Yeah, exactly, right?
So
It
we get to
works.
spend time together, and we love being around one another, but we get paid for it. So how much of a blessing is that?
How do you guys
really?
get paid? We do all of our
Paige, what are
stuff
we
for
doing
free.
wrong?
Free.
You know what it is?
Free.
I'm telling you.
No.
Oh, that's blasphemy.
I'm gonna give it to you.
We're
So
ruining
let
it
me
for you.
I'll tell you guys one secret. When I worked in radio, you get paid for everything almost.
Yeah.
Then I got to TV and I
Yes.
said,
'Cause they
hold on.
expect you
I
to
said,
just go.
excuse me, what? You don't get what?
Yeah.
And I have to, no.
You get paid for radio
You
appearances?
get paid for
Absolutely.
Well,
Everywhere
because you know
I
how TV
go.
is, they expect you to just go do something.
You're not allowed
of your
to
part.
because
Move
like
it,
you're a
right.
journalist.
Right.
Movement paid Ty to do the block party.
You're welcome.
Movement. They're like,
Thanks, y'all.
no, but Samaritan's Feet. I mean, that's speaking
Yeah.
of movement. That's kind of our number one partner.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Is it like an annual fundraiser?
Oh, my
It
goodness.
is so
big
it's their
gala.
barefoot gala, and you wear no
That sounds
shoes.
like my kind
So
of.
it's a Casey.
You wear no shoes at the
brother.
gala.
I
Yeah.
love it.
So Tracy's my mentor, so
So
that's
she
why
played
I'm
it.
like,
Cool.
So we hosted
My
the
girl.
event. We raised a lot of money for them. Like we are very good at these auction
and
things.
cannot figure out how to.
We
raise
just
money for
raised
ourselves.
$115,000 for the Y. We raised $45,000 the other day. Who was that for?
Hoops for Hope Way.
For
What,
Hoops
doing
for
like
Hope
live
Way.
auctions, you mean?
Like auctions. So
Yeah.
we get that money. So for Samaritan's Feet, she was like, okay, we're raising a lot of money for them. You know, the shoes they donate all
Yeah.
across the globe.
Yeah.
So she said, everybody's barefooted. You have to put on the tux and no shoes.
Yes.
That's
I put on
awesome.
my gown, no shoes.
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
No, she
No
she
shoes.
was speaking for Jacinda.
Oh.
She has to put on a gown, no
I'm like,
shoes.
wow, we-
I told you he copied me. I tried to tell you.
I did. I put on my
No,
gown.
he had on his tux. I had on my gown.
Okay,
That's
got
right.
it.
So no shoes, right? So she was like, babe, you have to really dress up your feet. And I'm like, what are you talking
What does
about?
that mean?
Already barefooted. She was like, no, every guy there is going to have their nails painted.
Absolutely not.
Yes, it's for a good cause. You
She said
have
it's
to
for
do
a good
it.
cause.
Did they come with painted
You did this to me
Yes.
the other night.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
K. Cole.
Uh-oh.
Colin Cole's wife. You know
Yes.
Colin Cole, Colin K? K. Cole
I know.
invited you. It was like, oh, it's a guys and girls thing, blah, blah, blah. I
They were
walk in.
Nuna.
There was like 10 women. I'm in jeans and like
yes.
a polo shirt. We're walking. I'm like,
Literally the only man.
That's when you
I was
secretly go, you're like, sorry.
I feel your
and
pain.
she goes, you can
can
go.
leave.
And before she said go, I was down at Growler USA watching the World Series.
with a quickness. I was like, sorry. I know, sorry.
Get out of here with
Whoops.
that.
But
That
that's not
is
this.
crazy.
No,
Yeah.
so I mean, it sounds like we do the same stuff. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we don't see each other.
So I'm up in this
Yeah.
gala with all these millionaires and business people, and I have glitter toenails.
I didn't tell him to put glitter. I just said
No.
to
If
paint them.
you're gonna do
I
it,
told
do
him
it
the
big.
colors.
If you're gonna do it big.
Right.
If you're gonna go hard, either go hard or go home.
Yes.
So I walked up in the nail manicure place, and I always
Salon.
joke. Salon, whatever it is. I always joke with them. I come in there and I say, hey, I want red polish. You know, it's a joke to them. But this time they was like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, go ahead. Paint them whatever color. They pull out gold glitter. I'm there and I'm like, I'm the only one with toenails, and she is on stage dying and laughing.
That is the worst.
And he was the biggest hit.
I was gonna say that has to be perfect.
Everyone was like, please come show me your toes, please. And they were like, you believed her? Oh, you believed her. She suckered you into that, man.
And you're just like,
I was like,
took
it's
one for the
great.
team.
everybody's got jokes.
Took one for the team.
Yeah.
And by the way, I've got the best nails in here.
I'm just saying. It was kind of amazing.
Just saying. All right, so you do all this stuff on the side, all this side hustle, which
Side
is
or
not.
it's not even
that's what we
side,
call
right?
it,
I was gonna say it's like everything.
I know, I was gonna say,
Hustle.
but we actually did, just side note, we just did ask for a fee for the first time the other day, and they came back immediately like, yeah, we're gonna go
Not our
different
budget.
direction.
Guess what?
So we said-
One day,
Wait,
someone's
yeah.
going to be like, got it. Here you
Yeah.
go. Is that it?
Yeah.
That's all you want your show?
Are you are you guys joking right now? Are you serious? You don't?
No.
So we do.
Well, it's because it's not my station. It's you know how the we can
Yeah.
we'll talk about all
But
this
outside
offline.
of, because you guys are amazing, outside of work stuff, is everything you do like for charity?
Oh
No.
no. Oh no. You're gonna pay if you have that side of work stuff. We offer our services for a fee.
Our services for at least 7 at least a ham sandwich
We'll put you for it.
and a 4-pack of Sycamore.
No, but listen, everything is not about money. We do a lot of
Oh, here
community
he is.
stuff.
Bring it home. Okay.
Because we realize that the community really love
Yes.
us, so we try to give love
Yeah.
back. You know, so we pick and choose our events that
Yeah,
we do.
Yes,
you
I
have,
hear you.
literally, what we're about to go do is for free. We
Yeah.
would not even think of asking them for $1 because of what we're doing. So
Yeah.
you have to wait. There are some people that say when you hit a certain level, I don't do anything unless it's paid. You cannot.
I hear you, of course.
You cannot. There are some things you still have to do. You still have to
Right.
give back because we all started from somewhere.
But we have
Have to
something
give back.
amazing coming up, and our fee is about to go up.
Boom.
Because you're about to be author, published.
Even bigger.
Oh.
Arthur is
He just
amazing.
bigger. He just brushed the
Bro,
bar.
Arthur's amazing.
Nah, whatever.
Fly Ty. All right.
Do you want to talk about that
Arthur's
first or the
amazing.
book
Wait,
first?
are you
No,
not- which-
no, we'll
Talk
bring
about
it.
everyone.
We'll bring it home. No,
Okay.
we'll bring it home before we end. We'll tell you what we have coming up, and we want you guys to be a part of it.
In.
I don't even know what I'm
So we'll
committed.
save that to the end. Is that what you're saying?
Save it to the end. 'Cause
Okay.
it's
Be
at the
careful
end.
what you're
It's-
committed to.
Okay.
Because
It's
I didn't
gonna-
want to do it. He wants to.
No, it'll be so. Yeah, she didn't want to do it. I'm like, are
He
you
made me
crazy?
do
I come from a place of no with stuff like that always. Do you too? Like I'm always like, oh, we have so much.
I come
No,
from
no,
place,
no.
yes.
And he comes from a place of
Green
yes,
light.
yes.
Wave him
go.
home.
Let's go.
Wave him home.
Make the most of
I'm
every
involved for
opportunity.
sure.
All right. Okay. So you get paid to do things that we should be asking for fees for. We are competing, yet Paige and I are getting
We're
our
definitely
butts kicked
losing,
by you
yeah.
guys and
No,
everything.
no,
here.
you guys win
All right.
all the time.
So you've got Barber,
Yeah,
Hornets,
yeah,
speaking,
Radio.
emceeing,
yeah.
Radio.
Radio.
TV,
All of the above.
All of that.
Car
yeah.
commercials, I see you all
Car
the time.
commercials.
Yes, endorsement.
Endorsements.
But
And so, yes.
So I mean, tax season sounds amazing.
Oh god.
Hey,
so far that we have not figured that out yet.
we
Oh,
have
tax season
What's that?
sucks.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, that's
the
yeah.
devil
I
is a
have not
liar.
That's a
figured that out
lot
yet.
of hustle.
We got an amazing
someone teach
CPA.
us?
You must. You have to.
1099.
We got an amazing CPA.
Yeah.
Because we get
He
1099
is-
all the time.
We like a CPA with loose morals. I don't know about you guys.
That is so
Super.
good. That
My
is so
CPA,
good.
because he's not my new CPA, he
Yeah.
has morals. I'm looking for looser.
She
Yeah.
tried to write
Tell
off.
him-
Loser.
You
Tell
gotta
him to write it
loose.
for
I need him to not be able to see.
$799,
Yeah.
and then tell him to write like 10 of those.
Exactly. That's your home office.
Yeah, no, exactly.
She tried to write off every outfit that she ever bought. I do it for the news.
What's wrong with that?
Because our new moral CPA says we're not allowed to do that. And I said, he is the first CPA in my life that ever said we couldn't do that because my job, I have to
Hello.
wear certain stuff and do my hair a certain way, I'm going to make up a certain
write
way.
off everything.
His guy would not let me. So all my...
How are you supposed to afford
There
it?
is a 100% chance we're all getting audited. What are we doing? This is a live stream.
I wasn't able to audit it, okay? I tried to, audit it. I wasn't able to write it off, just for the record. I wanted to.
Okay, well,
Yeah, me neither.
unfortunately, there is a record. We're leaving a record behind. There's a podcast. Right now,
Okay, let's talk about
there's
your
somebody in
birthday.
the basement in D.C. They've got 2 in Charlotte. Let's Let's nail them.
Can we talk about your book?
No! I want to do more impersonations of tax officers. Right, go ahead. Yes, book.
Book is hitting November 9th.
Uniquely qualified, walk into your destiny.
Walk into your destiny.
Tell us what it's about and how long did it take you to write it? Because we're 5 years in and we're only halfway through writing ours.
12 chapters out of 20.
Please tell me you started when you were 3.
3 years.
Okay, that makes
me feel a little better, but you're done. Yeah.
Yeah, it took forever. Basically, I started the second I stepped down full-time from TV.
Okay.
And I
was that one of the reasons that you because you were like, I've always wanted to write a book and I'll never do it if I...
Well, it wasn't until she met me that really gave her that push.
He is right about the time.
I'm telling you. I don't think it would be out if it wasn't for me.
He was just my friend then. He had nothing to do with what...
But she had already been writing, was almost done with it, but
exactly.
I said, let's make this happen.
Pushed.
That's it.
So, uniquely qualified to...
Walk into your destiny, to figure out your purpose, basically. Like, you are all qualified to figure out your purpose, to walk into your purpose. And many times people stay stuck in a relationship or a career that they're not happy with because they made tons of excuses. I'm scared. I'm tired. Stay stuck in all these jobs. I'm scared. I don't have enough money. All these things. And you stay versus actually taking the risk and the jump to figure out what that next step is.
So did that come from lessons you learned in your own life?
Yes. So I share my media journey of radio, trying to figure out myself, and then into TV and different TV stations and different jobs within it. But then I said, no, while all that stuff helped me, I needed to figure out what it was, and I had to take a jump.
So what is it?
It is media and ministry. It comes down to the microphone. It comes down to, in radio, I was just talking about gossip. In TV, it was all hard news and weather and all that. And that stuff is great. It didn't fulfill me. But now that it's inspirational and motivational and trying to, evoke change within people, that is what inspires me. But it's still using all my media talents. However, you got to go through a lot of ups and downs to get there.
So a lot of those ups and downs happened over the course of 3 years. So did the book change?
Ups and downs happened before.
The book goes down from
because I'm sure, over the 3 years,
this starts.
Probably got some material.
I start this in
middle school.
Yeah, because I share my crazy upbringing and the bad decisions that I made, and just showing that everything leads to your destiny. There's nothing that was a waste of time, nothing that is thrown out. But yeah, so I share all of it. When I started writing, was kind of recalculating everything that happened.
So give us a sneak peek. What's your crazy? I mean, I know you don't want to tell everything because you want people to get the book, and I get that. But give us a little taste. Crazy upbringing. I mean, that's intriguing.
Oh my goodness, are you ready for this?
Yes.
Who's listening? Who's listening to this?
Well,
she gets really wrong.
What I love. Go ahead, Ty. Do you want to? You could go ahead and talk a little bit.
You want to give her the worst of the worst? Give her the worst of the worst.
We've had a lot of. I'm not joking. Some breaking news, some headlines, and some crazy stories that couples have never really ever shared on this, so feel free.
Yeah, when I read the book, I was like, who did I marry?
Really?
Oh.
So if you didn't know, you hadn't heard before?
I mean, I heard a lot,
yeah,
but I had no idea that it was that in-depth.
Like?
But I realized the drugs and alcohol, it was a lot. Smoking every day, where I've never been high, and someone who got high on a regular.
So different from the person that you know now.
So different from, who are you? Like, do I really know who I married? But that is why I love her, because she was so transparent, saying, although my past has been dark, everything that I've been through has prepared me for this moment now. Now I could tell my story to somebody else who's going through it and help them out of that journey. I said, well, why you don't smoke anymore? She said, because God told me I was going somewhere and I couldn't take that addiction with me. Because everything that I was going through was preparing me for where I am now. Now we have this platform, radio, TV, everything else through ministry to show that the love of God can actually not only change your life, but make your life better and prepare you for a better future.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow, I know you need to bring him on your book tour.
I want him to do
I'm pretty sure he's going.
I'm so ready.
I want him to do all the interviews. But yeah, I share the juice. The juice is in here. I was fired publicly from a radio station here in Charlotte, and a lot of people have always wanted to know what happened. So I'm very transparent and open, and I think that helps with forgiveness. That helps with your, internal state too, by just being open and honest with people. This is how I am. Take it or leave it. Yes. I can't try to be anything that I'm not. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I've done a lot of things right. So here's what it is, all of it.
And so freeing, right? So much more stress to try to keep all that to yourself.
I'm not going to lie. The second I started handing these out, to people and
Oh
selling
my
them.
goodness.
My
Yeah.
heart would skip a beat because
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
now you're gonna know who I really am.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna know some of my past, and so many people have been like, me too, me too.
You know, she said media and ministry, but that's really what it's about because I caught fire of her vision when we first connected. You know, there were some things that I was married before. I said I'll never get married again.
Oh, really?
I was broken. I was hurt. It felt like a death. You know, we had a family, and I take family seriously. But everything that I prayed for, God put it right in front of me, in her. In her. So I'm like, thank you. Is this the person? And then when I heard her pray, I said, God, okay, I believe she's the one. But God told me everything that you ask for, you have to become. Because I'm preparing you for her. And now we've joined together with all that we do professionally. We have a nonprofit. It's called Stolen Lunches.
Oh, yeah.
And it means to essentially steal away time to be fed by God's word. With your busy, hectic schedule, what time are you taking to really meditate and concentrate and being fed by God? Because essentially that's what it's really all about.
Yeah.
Living your purpose, not just existing, but really living life to its fullest. So I partner with her in this nonprofit that we do, and she talked all about it in the book. You know, I'm only sharing part of the journey, but it's just so much more.
Yeah, so you've got, again, we see on social media. So do you go to Elevation?
Yes.
Okay, but then this is something that you guys do as an extension
Absolutely.
that's separate from that.
Yeah,
Okay.
because when we first got together, she was a member of she was over the media ministry at the Nations Ford Community
I was
Church.
the communications director at Nations Ford Community Church, which I did not grow up in the church at all. No church upbringing whatsoever. I moved to Charlotte and I was just trying to find myself a little bit. First time I ever joined a church, and that church changed my life. So being there 10 years, I then joined the staff there. So when I met him, he's like, come over to Elevation. I was like, no, there's fog.
Like, there's
There's
fog.
fog.
There's laser lights.
Fog.
She
First
said
time we went
laser lights.
Atmosphere.
I was like, wait, is this happening behind those doors? I'm like, is that a YouTube clip?
Yes.
Yeah.
You've made it. You made it big time.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it is unbelievable.
It was a lot. It was a lot for me. I said, I'm definitely not coming here. And so I started, checking out other churches and stuff. And I gave it a solid 30 days and fell in love with it. And I do love Elevation. We volunteer on the children's ministry there. So we host while the parents are in service. We're hosting a service for the kids, which
cool.
is
Your favorite
phenomenal.
Where are you guys?
I
Are
mean,
you guys
it's amazing.
uptown, or where do you?
We're in
Which-
UC.
University.
University.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Is that where you live?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
North Charlotte, yeah.
Yeah, so we moved down, we live 2 houses down from her brother, Casey,
Nice.
who runs Movement. And,
Have you guys already talked about that? You're referencing that as if you've...
well, I figured you knew that.
I knew
the
that,
Movement
yeah.
connection, that's Paige's brother. Okay, so we're 2 houses down, and he's like, yeah, so there's like there's a big church, like 0.5 miles away, and it was in Blakeney at that point, and we go in like, huh.
Wow.
That one especially looks like nothing from the outside. It looks like
Yeah.
it looks like
It's
literally,
like a dentist.
and
There's
it's
like
it
7 dentists around.
expands, yeah.
And now there's like, it really is. You want to chiropractor, dentist, eye doctor, and like mind-blowing, face-melting church service. And then now, obviously, Valentine,
Yeah.
which is unbelievable.
Have you been to Valentine yet?
Yes.
We've been a couple times. Yeah,
Yeah.
we go to Transformation.
Nice.
You know,
Yes.
up the street.
I
Yeah.
read his book. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you
Now,
go.
was he a football player?
Yes, he's a
Played
former
for
Panther.
Colts.
Colts for a long time, but also Panthers.
Can you guys give me that cheer y'all do at the end? They do it at the end.
Oh yeah,
I heard about it.
Outward, inward, Transformers, roll
You
Go
right.
that way. We'll go that way. Page, go that way.
Roll out.
That's like when you're in the club. Like, to the window!
Tomorrow.
Which wall are we pointing to? To the sweat. Never mind. No, We're gonna stop it right there. We're talking about church.
All right, wait.
In church. Let's go back to the book. So the book drops next Tuesday.
No, next Thursday,
Next
right? Is the
Thursday
book on
at
Thursday?
Spectrum Center. Yes, huge party. Everyone's invited. It's free. Everyone can come.
That's on the calendar.
Yes,
Yes.
I know. I
It's
saw
on
that.
the family calendar.
Yeah.
Do you guys share your calendar?
Oh my gosh.
We send Outlook reminders for, like, I got an Outlook reminder today reminding me to bring the memory stick. Kids' games are an Outlook reminder. Everything.
We do that. I
That's
thought
it.
we was the
Oh,
only
I know it
one.
works, right?
No, have to.
We
Do
Do you
always
guys
try to tell.
GPS each other? Do you have each other's?
What is that?
Oh, that sounds.
That sounds tech savvy.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
guys don't
tech.
do that?
If it
Okay.
involves tech savviness, No, he probably stalks me.
No,
on
no,
GPS,
like
but I don't.
I know where he is at all times.
Oh.
Just
Oh.
thought that maybe.
No,
he
that
did
sounds-
I know those trackers.
sounds-
I just don't know how to use anything. So.
I do it because he's a liar. He says he's going to be somewhere and he hasn't left yet.
Was I on time?
Oh.
So
Was I on
no,
time?
you were really
You were
on
on
time.
time.
But
Thank you.
seriously, he'll be like, "Babe, I'm on my way," and I'll look and be like, "You
You're,
didn't
you're
leave.
sitting in the living room.
You didn't leave."
Yeah.
I'm
That's
checking.
kind of scary.
That's a little scary.
Yeah, let's
No, because
stalkers.
he is a liar.
Oh,
Well, and
well
also
then.
with teenage boys and adolescent boys, I would imagine that comes in handy too. Do you guys do the tracker
We
on
haven't even
kids'
done that
phones?
on the kids yet.
Hey,
We
that's
should
what
do that.
happened. I always know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Look, gullible.
All right, so much going on. Book dropping on Thursday. How do you guys make it work? Like again, we're talking about like Outlook calendar. So that
You
means
do
that's-
that. You do intentional date nights.
Exactly. So what else? Because we aren't the only 4 people that do this. Let's be honest. So.
Can I grab this one for a minute?
Go for it.
Intentional.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key word. Let's be intentional. And the crazy thing is, we told you we do couples Bible study. We just taught on this Monday night. You have to be intentional about the time that you spend together. She talked about, we put everything on the calendar. But one thing that she did, she know I go. I have like a zillion jobs, seriously. But she went through my calendar for the entire year and said, this day you're off, no exceptions.
To spend together.
I don't care if somebody give you $10,000. I was like, 10,000? She was like, yeah, 10,000. You are off.
Yeah.
We're going on vacation, and this is for the kid's birthday. This is for your birthday. So on those days, it's no exceptions.
Do you guys have the kids the whole?
Are they with you full time?
No, we share custody with their mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is she in Charlotte too?
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about that dynamic? Because that I think is a tricky dynamic that not all couples deal with, but a lot of blended families. There's so many different elements that brings in, and especially with older kids. Because they were how old, I guess, when you guys met? Your oldest would have been 11?
The youngest was like 9.
Okay, yeah, so like 9 to 11, 12-ish.
Yeah. So, I mean, that has been, we're literally best friends. That's the beautiful thing about it.
You two, or
we are best friends. We are best friends. So I'm like, God, you gave me what I asked for. I asked to marry my best friend, and I got it. The only challenge has been a blended family, because they have a mom.
Yep.
So, and then I got teenage boys.
Right.
Teenage
Super
boys,
easy.
they're easy,
It's a layup.
but
Yep.
He's being sarcastic.
they're set in their ways. It's like, okay, wait, hold up. I'm the fun dad. Fun dad, have a good time.
Right.
Mom was the more of the disciplinarian. Now I have another disciplinary that comes into the home like, okay, it's not pizza night all night to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You guys are going to clean your room. They're like, hold up, wait a minute. Who is this? First, when we was dating, we love Miss J. And they still do. But when you incorporate that disciplinary action, it could be sometimes a struggle. So literally, we've been to counseling for that.
Sure.
How do we deal,
Yeah.
with a blended family? Because she doesn't have any kids
Right.
right now. She doesn't have. I'm putting one in. Yeah, real quick. Next year, pop, probably twins.
Refute that.
I'm
Jacinda's
telling
about
you.
to catch it.
Yeah, literally, she's about to catch. But
When we come back,
Yeah.
Jacinda will be pregnant.
Yeah, you better know it.
Yep.
When y'all see me like that, you're gonna be like, he got her.
Got
Dang it. He
We're
got her.
We knew it. Oh, like
Yeah.
to the window.
Oh, definitely. I shoot the club up.
Oh my god.
I do. I mean,
This is our first time meeting Paige and Jake.
The most
I'm sorry.
inappropriate
Come on,
discussion about
please.
this is my favorite. I love you guys even more.
The club up.
I shoot the club up.
Wow.
Let's bring it back to cheese. Let's
Bring it back.
to cheese. Okay, but really, it's been
Indeed.
but it's been a challenge.
Yeah.
But my kids love her and she loves them, so we make it work. We make it work.
Yeah.
And we're intentional. Sunday is family day. No matter what,
Yeah.
it's family
Kids are like,
day.
what are we doing, Dad? What are we doing?
family day.
We've had our seasons. We've had our ups and downs. We've had our fights. We have all that type of stuff. I think me and the boys are in a really, really good place now where we're now, the things that we were trying to put in place are now kind of settled, where they understand my rules and I understand their wants, and we're kind of flowing. Everything doesn't need to be drill sergeant Jacinda. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same
Because at
time,
first were you
That
like,
does kind
I'm
of
gonna
roll off the
come
tongue
in.
though. Like
Drill sergeant
Jacinda.
Yeah.
get in line. I mean, it was when I first.
Seriously, her family's military, so she's like,
Oh.
no, no.
I'll be honest with you. When we got married and it hit me, I was like, wow, the kids. are eating upstairs, and there's so much like old dishes up here, and they don't clean anything. There are so much, they eat nothing, and they eat all the junk food in the world every day. And I was like, Fun Dad sucks. Like, what are we? So I had to come in and kind of start changing things up a little bit, which was very uncomfortable. But now we have a system, and I think it flows.
Yeah.
And we've sat down, we've had conversations. You guys do these things, and we'll do these things. You know. So we had to build a routine, which I think now is.
I pour chloroform on a rag, and I just
put it over their face.
Yeah, that can work too.
Can I please do that?
I know.
Parenting advice.
Because you won't let me do that.
But no, I'm glad you just said that, because that's the thing that people don't get. I think in general with parenting, regardless of if it's a blended family or just kids. And again, I think this came up last podcast maybe, but what people don't tell you about kids, bringing kids into the mix, whether they're already older kids or you have them together, is it's not just the you and the kids dynamic. It's what this does to this.
You're exactly right.
You know, you go. It's not so much the dynamic between you and the kid that's the issue. It's what you guys do with each other and to each other and at each other because of that.
So I'll be honest. I think our first bad experience, we took the kids to Disney. It was a big family trip. We planned it forever.
Disney World.
We get there, and this was the first time ever in our relationship that the whole dynamic of what was happening with us and the kids separated us. I was like, well, you go with them, and I'm going over here, and I'm not going to be with you. I don't care.
She was just so structured with it. I'm like, I'm here to have fun. I just want to have a good time. No, we came here to do this, and we're at Disney World.
Yeah, so
and
that...
So it's not fun to just go...
So you're a planner?
Somewhat a little bit.
I'm just
we
like,
all do a little bit.
So the two of you are the same. Space Mountain.
Let's go together next time. You and I'll have.
Yeah.
Here was my thing. My thing was we kind of had somewhat of a plan, but when we arrived to Disney to only be there for one day around 3:00, it kind of had me a little woo because that was my thing.
Because you're like, we only have one day. We have
one day, and kind of want to get there right when it opened, and
we'll
we got
be
there
here
at 3:00.
3 to 3:30 for 4:45 to 15, and then we'll be. I'm like, let's just have a good time.
So
and you're like, it's not fun for me to show up at 3:00.
It's not fun to show up at 3, and it's hot, and we have other, we're trying to go to all these parks or whatever. So anyways, that's when right after we said, let's go see someone and talk to someone to find out how we can be better. Because we have our ways of doing things, but I'm not always right, and neither is he, and neither are the kids. How can we be better? And I think right now we have a really good flow, and I mean I love it. We talk. I discipline the kids in different ways. They're receiving. It's good.
That's so smart to nip that in the bud, right?
Let's
not be afraid to go.
Let's be proactive.
Some help. Yes.
It's all about communication, them understanding her and the way she has interaction with them and vice versa.
And I learned that I had to not be as hard because it just was not effective.
Yep.
Jacinda, dare I say you're uniquely qualified.
Come on,
get him.
Come on, watch it work. Shake it off.
All right, we want to respect your time, because I know you guys have a charity event to get to. We have this to get to, and we also want to get your breaking news.
What is that? Is that a big
What is that?
Oh, wait till that's how we end every show. You got 4 minutes. So let's go. Breaking news.
So let's tell the news.
Go ahead.
You said you wanted us to be involved.
Derrick.
I want you to be involved, and definitely, we just signed a deal with True Entertainment.
Oh.
True Entertainment produces a lot of reality shows, the main ones out. We just signed a deal to go on Bravo. Yes.
Get out! Is this out? Is this public?
Wait, I heard some rumblings that they were scouting.
Yeah.
I think this is a secret. But
it's a secret, but I don't care.
I think it's a secret.
It's a secret.
Guys,
so
don't tell anybody.
Okay. Everyone listening right now, do not share.
It really is a secret, but
so,
you want to tell, it's on you.
I'm not telling the name of it.
Okay, you want to just keep it there then?
Wait. Maybe.
Okay.
Reality show.
All right.
Allegedly.
I might be excited.
Allegedly, we would love for you guys to hang out with us on it.
All right,
In, and that we won't go beyond that because we don't want to get you in trouble.
Okay.
But that is very
We're going to leave it
exciting.
right there.
Potentially.
So, great things in store. I believe that God is expanding
next level stuff.
the platform for a purpose.
Yeah.
And that's what we're all about, living life with purpose, because we believe that our influence has a great impact not only on this city but globally.
For sure.
That's what we're all about.
Amen.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I can't wait.
You guys. All right.
I know.
All right, let's do it. So, you guys ever play catchphrase? Are you guys
No,
board
I
game
never.
people with all the side hustling you do?
I
Do
am
you ever
not a
play board
big
games?
gamer.
I know it's the reason why we love y'all. This is something that we would see on Instagram. Come on.
And so I
Jacinda, you're gonna be
say
great.
this every time.
Okay.
So and you
It's
always
like
roll your
heads up,
eyes.
heads up on
You see this
Ellen.
crack? You see this hole in it? That's when Paige lost and spiked it in the ground.
That's what I would do. So that
Get
happens.
your mind
That's
right.
why I don't play because I get angry. I flip
know.
tables.
So
Well,
She
this
really
is
does.
I'll
She
get
really
mad. I will get so angry.
okay,
She
we've
Don't
got
lose. Then don't lose. Then let's
no. We
play.
have 2 minutes. All right. So the deal is, don't say the word on the thing. You have to
Okay.
describe the word on the
And we're
thing.
playing girls versus boys. So you and I give each other clues,
Okay.
and they give each other clues.
Okay.
And all you gotta do is tap the blue button
When you're ready to go to the
and
next.
then hand it. So Paige, you start.
Blue button.
All right, Ty.
You start. You're holding it. Go ahead.
Say stop.
Stop.
Food.
Okay, that's our subject.
Okay.
So
Ready?
remember,
Want me
all
to
the
start?
clues will be. Yeah,
Do
go
we have
ahead.
to pass around?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
we're going this way.
click when your
So we're
partner
2
get when that.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Ready? This is salt. Salt has this in it, and it's bad for your body. It's like the chemical.
Sodium.
Yes.
Never got that. What the heck? When you're just taking it down really fast.
Next. Next.
Do I just hit next?
Yes.
I think I said the word
You
too.
still have to get
Oh! You put it in the microwave. It's
popcorn.
starch.
Popcorn.
And you
But
put
baked
sour
potato.
cream on it.
Baked potato. Yes. You hit next. Yeah.
All right.
There
They grow on trees.
apples.
You put them in drinks.
Lemons,
you
limes.
Name them.
Pe-
They like cherries. They look like cherries.
raspberry, cherry, berries.
They, a type of
A berry, raspberry,
Keep going.
cherry berry, blueberries.
Keep going.
Girl
this
point.
one-
What was it?
Cranberry.
Oh.
Dang it.
That's
I
on me.
wouldn't have said that.
That's on me.
These
Yeah,
are kind of
I know.
hard.
I know.
Sodium, never would have got
That's
that.
I know,
right.
that was hard.
Sodium, you got it. And you look at me and
Well,
go,
we got one. Y'all got zero. Right?
I'm sorry, but I could not
No,
keep it
they
together
won
when you
that
said.
one. Nope.
It was your
Keep
hand
going.
motion. Yep. Okay.
There's so much
Ready?
search in this, we can't.
I know.
Why did I say that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
How did they win?
If we, because the
it
timer
expired
ran
in
before you
your
got
hand.
it. So that's how
Oh.
you can win too. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So basically, you win by your other
okay,
compatriots
okay.
losing.
Pretty
Okay.
just take it down.
Hit me.
Yep. All right. Okay. This is like what he just talked about. Not white, but the opposite color of white.
Black. Blackberry.
But
Black.
it's pink. It's pink.
Pinkberry. Pink strawberries.
If you get one of these on your skin, you call it this too. It's like you gotta
Boil. Pussy boil.
Pink.
it's the first color that you said.
They're losing.
Not
Black.
white, but and then it's the second one of
Blackhead.
these. No, and it's a fruit. It's like red little bunches. They go
About
up.
to blow
Black
up.
raspberry.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Really?
I know what.
This is like in Disney World when you sit in this and they spin
Mickey
around
Mouse.
and you drink not coffee but this out of them. Like sweet this and
Sweet
Bojangles.
tea. Iced tea.
And you drink it out of a
Cup.
put it together.
You said it. You're fine. You're fine.
Sweet cup.
Sweet cup. Yep.
Oh, when you're waiting in the grocery store and you see all this stuff over here on the side, and then
One
you,
point.
1-1. Here we go.
1-1. 1-1.
Come on, we killing this.
we just
Let's go
got
fly.
it.
Wait.
Let's go fly.
I'm sorry, but we let you pass for sweet cup, by the way. So
Let's go.
No,
So,
it was this.
do I go to the
you
next
hit,
one?
you hit start.
You
Okay.
start. It was this.
Final. This is the winning point.
Oh, so you take multi.
Vitamins.
But what else? Start naming them.
Vitamins. Vitamin C, B, A, D, F, G,
Keep going.
Q, R, S, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I,
I
J.
got it. All right.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
like, oh,
All right. You put this in a drink. It's a type of
Berry.
Yeah, a type of. It's red.
Strawberry.
Yeah.
put it in a
Okay,
drink.
if you don't want to eat this, people think it's gross. You're flying in the sky, and they're like, I don't want to eat Delta or American Airlines
Sandwiches.
or United. It's what is
Deli
those are all
meat.
types of. Those are all types
Peanuts.
of. Those companies are all United, Delta, Southwest.
Airlines.
And what you eat is called the basic word for
The food.
Oh!
Really?
Dang it. Tea. Same thing as last time.
Iced tea.
Sweet.
Sweet tea.
No, but the second word.
Sweet ice.
Yo, what are you drinking out of?
A cup. Sweet cup.
And that's cup. What does the cup go on in a fancy dining set?
What was
Hard.
And I have anxiety. I know.
Cup and saucer.
Oh, that's hard. That was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I don't think that is.
All right, so in this competition that Paige and I are winning, we've got to let you go to host your money-making machine.
We're not
event
making any
tonight.
money. No money
Not
tonight.
tonight.
Not tonight.
No, but thank you guys for coming on.
That's
I feel like this is one of those, like,
Amazing.
it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And okay, great.
Next time we
Podcast
do it,
is
it'll be
first.
for real with no microphones.
Yeah, can
just
we do a real video?
Yeah, I
Yeah, where do you
know.
guys like to go? Just real quick. Where do you guys like to go? Charlotte?
We like wine.
Ooh.
We like wine.
Yeah.
Like Foxcroft, Dilworth?
Yeah.
I love the wine loft.
Yeah.
Ooh, where's
You
the
ever been?
microphone? No.
Oh my God.
Maybe that's where
you
we'll
guys
go.
gotta
Yeah, it's
go.
very
Yeah.
I lost
South End.
Ooh.
Good to know.
It is amazing. I love the atmosphere. I want to open up one.
Ooh. The
Oh.
wine loft. Anyone? Okay.
Not busy enough.
All right.
He's opening a wine. On
You
that
guys,
note,
wow, thanks for coming on. This is
Thank
Thank you
awesome.
guys. You
Thank
guys.
you.
No,
so
truly,
much.
it's been a blessing. We really. That's
Oh, I
not
wanted to
even
give
a
this
joke.
to you. Hold on.
Oh,
Thank
yay!
you.
I didn't want to ask, but you know, I was hoping.
It was
Did you just bring that on for a show? Or?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for having us. We really, really enjoyed it. This has been a long time coming. What, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, she'd be like, look what they just
I do.
posted!
I send it. I'm like, oh my gosh, they
Swear to
did it
God.
again. We're losing.
True story.
You don't
She's like,
understand that you guys win all
I
the time.
secretly-
Like for example, like this is what we mean. Like you win when there's an amazing family portrait, and you know your daughter's like, I hate life right now, and everyone else is
our best
happy.
picture.
You guys win, all right? Or like the one time where it did not snow at your house at all, and you guys are sledding. You win. I'm like, they're winning.
That is our style.
There's
We win by
no
losing.
snow, and they're sledding.
Appreciation. You know, because in all seriousness, you hear all this stuff like, oh, people like get depressed when they go on Facebook because it's like a highlight reel.
You guys make us
It's like,
laugh.
life is not a highlight reel.
Yeah.
It's a low light reel in our world.
You make the kids.
I love how like we're trying to end the episode. I'm like, hey, depression.
No.
You make the kids run. You make the kids just run up and down and do like.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, like I love it. I'm like, that's what we should do. Make the kids
She
run.
always said, I love it because their house is dirtier than ours.
It is
That's
trash.
a true story.
I said, but they're happy.
Like, they look amazing. I love them.
Like you don't care what people think. I love them.
I had somebody that go to me, I love watching your Insta stories because you're not afraid to let people see you with zero makeup, just like looking horrible. And I was like,
That is
oh,
us.
yes,
That's
thank
why.
you.
That's why, because so many people will be like, fix this. Okay, we can't have. No, we're not.
Who
We're not
has the
filming today.
time?
We're not
Who
filming
has the
today.
time?
Who has the
Who
time?
has?
Thank
I'm
you for
sweating
being so
profusely.
Speaking of time, you guys don't have it. You're 5 over.
Yeah.
Yes,
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Peace. Deuces.
Oh, my ears are sweating profusely.